our flagship hotel is Best Western on Island, and we also own 3 other hotels called Suru Express. And on our real estate brand, we run a company called Suru Homes, which is involved in real estate development all over Lagos. So we cater for the affordable housing, we cater for the luxury and the middle income. And we have done a lot of development all over Lagos in the last 10 years.
Okay, sir. You actually mentioned, the hospitality industry. So, sir, we would like you to, what actually propelled you into hospitality business?
When I relocated to Nigeria in 2006, and I find out that in the whole of Ikeja, there's probably about 4 standard hotels in Ikeja. And it's always been difficult at that time to actually find a hotel. I remember at that time in Ikeja, we had the Sheraton Hotel, very expensive. 2006, I think the room rate was around something like 60 to 80,000. And then the cheapest in Ikeja GRA at that time also was House J, that was charging about 25,000. So that was all that we have. Then you have to move out of Ikeja GRA to say other parts of Ikeja like Lagos Traveling on Island, and then Lagos Airport Hotel. So those are the main hotels in Ikeja. And I said to myself, hold on, we have the airport here, and we have all these businesses all around Ikeja. There must be money to be made. And one of the things about me is that I like business that brings in cash flow. So what we decided to do was, let's invest in Ikeja and try and make money. But what I was saying, other people was also saying it. So as we were investing in hotel in Ikeja GRA or outside Ikeja main center, other people was also involved in it. So over the years, for example, like I said, House J and 2 other hotels was in Ikeja GRA as 2006. Today, we're talking of something like 30 hotels inside Ikeja GRA itself. And then when you go outside Ikeja GRA, you now have the hotel, I say Ibis, Best Western on Island, and other hotel, the Protea Hotel, the various other hotels that have sprung up over the years. So the attraction to us was return on investment and also to provide for visitors into Lagos.
Okay, sir. Providing for visitors. So after doing this research and all that, what strategy did you explore to ensure that the visitors that you are trying to take care, you were trying to cater for, actually enjoy this dividend of affordable hospitality?
Well, in my short years, I have visited a lot of cities all over the world, and I know the standard that everybody is expected. I think one of the things that we try and do is we try and focus on what I call budget hotel. Hotels that are clean, nail, price sensitive. So we know that people are coming into Lagos, they will always need a place to stay. So how and what do they want? So that's why the budget hotel seems to be more attractive. The luxury hotel is also good. That is what we did in our Best Western on Island. But the Suru Express brand is mainly targeted as budgeted, i.e., I want to come into Lagos, all I have is 15,000, 20,000 per night. I want to enjoy myself, a good room, lean room, Wi-Fi, multiplicity of benefits in the room. So we know that the market is bulky. So if you can invest in hotel that service the bulk market, the success will be yours.
Okay, sir. There was competition, and there's still competition. What makes your brand different, unique from others?
I think the Suru Express Hotel, what we try and do is to try and do a standard quality across the whole of wherever you find us. So, for example, if you go abroad and you go into an Ibis hotel, or you go into Best Western Hotel, you find quality almost the same. So anybody who tasted our service in one hotel, when it's in another hotel, maybe the one in Suru or the one in Ikorodu, we find out that we are all the service quality we're trying to deliver is the same. So I will try to maintain it because quality and standard of service is one of our biggest challenges in Nigeria. When you go to some hotel, it's unspeakable. I mean, one of the worst hotels I stayed with before in Nigeria is an hotel in a place called Shagamu in Ogun State. And then 11 o'clock, the generator was switched off. And they said, okay, we normally switch generator off here from 11 to 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, but you should have told me before I checked in. Now, to me, that is ridiculous. Hotels should not be on that standard. If I'm checked in, I expect that the quality of what I see when I move them should be the same throughout. So we try and make sure that our quality meets what I would call economy budget hotel standard international. So when you come into our hotel, we want you to feel as if you are in Europe or you are in America, in a budget hotel in America. What you find there is what you should find here.
So, with all this I've heard from you this afternoon in the hospitality business, how do you cope with your family? How do you cope with your business and family?
How do you combine family and business?
Yeah.
Well, it's a skill that develops over the years. But I'm one of those people that during Monday to Friday, I am doing business during the day. So all this family drag here and there, no. If you want to speak to me in the evening. Don't call me during the day and be talking to me about family issues. So over the years, and my partners, my siblings, my children understand that. So you come to fashion a niche for yourself on how to develop it. You don't mix family and business. For example, Monday to Friday you're at work, and then family issue comes up, and people, if you don't try and create a barrier, our people will exploit it. They will want to call you 24 hours a day. So if a family person calls me during the day, my response will always be, text me, please. And then if I want to speak, I'll speak to you in the evening. So I have learned that over the years, and my families understand that barrier in our relationship.
Yes, sir. Maybe I should come in. Part of the days that you mentioned, like your Mondays, always you are always very, very. I want you to, shed more light on your Monday. I think you said something very unique about your Monday.
Well,
in our earlier interview.
Well, my experience has always been Monday to Friday work. Wednesday I don't work. I'm always at home looking up. But I sort of use, for example, Saturday on what I would call side visits. These are our staff. If you don't go and see what they do, they will play around. But Monday is more like I would call what the government itself will also call ESCO. You have the federal government, Wednesday executive council. My own also Monday, 12 o'clock. All the managers gathered will brainstorm on how we take the business into the future. So that is how it's done. But I believe more in what is called delegation. So we delegate a lot. And then I also maintain an open door approach that if you are a staff, you have issues with your manager is not resolving your issue, you can escalate to me. But if you escalate to me and I find out that you've not discussed it with your manager, sanction will come in. So I sort of do that a lot.
Okay. So sir, in your hospitality business, how does electricity affect your business? Does it affect your business, or how do you manage it?
Well, I will say that electricity is one of the biggest challenges we face in running an hotel business. Apart from labor costs, electricity is actually our number one cost. So, for example, what government is supposed to be doing, we're the one that is doing it. So, in all our hotels, we have 2 generators standby, and then we are connected to NEPA. So, unfortunately, the NEPA is not stable. So, we are a mini generating station, and on average we incur substantial. In a good month we spend between 5 to 10 million on electricity generation across all our hotel. So it's a challenge, But some hotel, for example, like the one in GRA, the power supply is getting better. But don't forget also that we're paying a premium for it, as compared to, say, area like Suru, where we're not paying a premium. So we're getting a sort of, as the electricity is getting better, we use generator less. As electricity is going down, we use generator more. So the biggest cost we incur is that of power generation. Because our customer can understand if the power goes out in an hotel. What are you going to tell them? Oga, sorry, NEPA does not work. It doesn't work. Oga, sorry, our 2 generator is not working. Which actually, it has happened before. During the time of Ebele Jonathan, there was what is called Jonathan diesel. I don't know whether you've heard that before. So one of our suppliers, Jonathan diesel, and it killed 2 of our generators at the same time. There was no NEPA. Our customers were very, very disappointed. I think that 24 hours was one of the biggest challenges we faced. We had to go and rent a generator, put it on our parking lot to service our hotel, while we find a way to repair the 2 generators that diesel messed up. So we are urging the Nigerian government to work more in delivering quality power supply to businesses like us, so that we can flourish.
Okay, sir. How was the journey so far in hospitality business? So I learned you've been into this business for years. How's the journey so far, sir?
And let me add to it. So, it just coupled with the question you asked, is there, I'm still looking at the hospitality industry, your experience there. Which one would you say was actually the most striking and indelible to you that you can never ever forget in the hospitality business? I think this. Yeah.
Well, it's not been easy, and we've been in this business now on average about 15 years. It's not been easy. It's been tough. The biggest challenge that I would say I have faced is finding dedicated staff that are committed to your business success. This is the biggest challenge, because once you find that, all other challenges can be managed out. But what I found is that once you employ a staff, instead of him to focus on giving you good service delivery, he wants to look into how he can convert some of your money. So you have staff that allow payment by POS to come into your own account. But if a customer is paying cash, that money, they will basically use a cabal to swindle you. So quality staff, dedicated staff, is being one of our challenges. And what did we do when we saw that staff were also leaving? So they will come in, steal our money, or corruption. So what did we do? We introduced what is called a commitment fee. So you come to work for us, we will take on average 1 month of your salary and we will keep it. So the day you want to leave, we will give you that money. But if you mess up, you run away with our money, you disappear without notice, we keep your money. So that has really taught a lot of our staff lessons, that it is only those who want to work that we want. We don't want those who does not want to work to come with us. So it's been a big challenges over the years. I cannot even remember how many managers I've had over the years, how many staff I've had over the years. I can't pin my, because they will come, do all sorts of atrocities and go. So that's the biggest challenge. I think the next one has always been that of power, which we have discussed. The next one will be government regulation. I think the government has not been providing us what I would call enabling environment. It's been positive and then minus negative. So 1 positive, 2 negative. So as we go forward, they will drag us back twice. And I will say, running an hotel in Lagos, one of the biggest ones is that of Lagos state government introducing what is called consumption tax. So we are paying VAT to the federal government. Lagos state came and said, we want to also make money out of it. So they introduced consumption tax. So if federal government is collecting 7.5% VAT, Lagos State also want to collect 7.5%. But the VAT that Lagos State is collecting goes through the federal government. So the federal government collect VAT on our business, take it to Abuja, and then share it back to Lagos State. And then Lagos State is also collecting consumption tax. For us, it's double taxation. We have made various representation, there are courts, Lagos State, obviously, revenue generation is is one of the key elements of their own service delivery. So we have not been successful on that, but the matter is still on, and I think it will probably goes to Supreme Court. But the other one is what I would call multiple taxation in various respects. I mean, we're running a business in Lagos, we're paying so many taxes that is unspeakable. Land use charge, environmental tax, affluent tax, local government tax, so many that one should not be doing. In a good environment, all these tax should just be a one-stop shop. What is my tax for the year? I pay and I move on. So challenges has been so much over the years. And one of the biggest thing I also see is that staff remuneration that we pay in the industry, for me, is not adequate. Cost of living is going up. Our wages remains the same because we cannot increase our room rates. Competition is fierce. So, unfortunately, cost of running an hotel is going up. Our inflow is static due to competition. So what did we do? And that is why we have not been able to compensate staff adequately. So those are some of the challenges that we see.
Okay, sir. I think we need to talk about Suru homes, and it's talking about, I think it has to do with providing affordable housing, and housing is a major challenge in the country, that is the state specifically and the country generally. So how do you think this particular initiative of yours would, provide solution to the housing challenges we have in the state and in the country generally?
Well, the limiting factor to private sector housing delivery in Nigeria is government policy and access to funding. I want to be in a position where I'm able to deliver between 100,000 and 1 million new affordable houses every year. We have the technology, we have the skill to do it. But the limiting factor is government policy. The limiting factor is funding. Government policy in the respect that if I apply to Lagos State government today and said I want to build 100,000 homes, will Lagos State give me approval to build it within 2 months? In the United Kingdom,